Here we go. Here we go. Thursday edition of the Fresh and Funky Sports. Yeah, that's why we do it out here. Got the Clay Thompson jersey on here from the Golden State Warriors here. I mean, I'm gonna say they're having a hell of a good year. So I mean, definitely like Clay Thompson. I'm a long time in Bulls fan here. I mean, I'm entitled to root for the Warriors, rather root for them than the sorry ass Kings. But that's neither here nor there. We got ourselves some college basketball over here. Some college basketball, college hoops right now here. Right now, some live action here. We have Eastern Kentucky here in the second half with 10:49 to go in the second half. Has taken the 1 point lead over Florida Gulf Coast, not golf course. Sorry about that. 50 to 49 here. 50 to 49 here. That's a 99 point team total there. If you're taking the team right now, you can get it's over 140. Yeah, 140 and dropping. We got the second half between Wisconsin and Nebraska. Wisconsin is doing some damage with 13:03 to go. Up 53 to 37. Obviously, Wisconsin here leading at the halftime here. Wisconsin definitely has a lead there. So we got a game that's about to kick off here between Arkansas State and Appalachian State here. Then we have Arkansas Little Rock and Coastal Carolina, Central Arkansas, Northern Florida, Delaware Townsend. We have Drexler, James Madison, Gardner Webb, NC Asheville, Hofstra, College of Charleston, Lipscomb and Jacksonville. We have Long Island taking on Central Connecticut, Merrimack versus Bryant, Middle Tennessee State versus Marshall, Mount St. Mary's taking on Fairleigh Dickinson. Fairleigh can't play any basketball because they only won one game. We have Murray State, Tennessee Tech. We have Northeastern. Oh no, excuse me. Northern Alabama and Liberty. Almost skipped that game. Sorry about that. Then we have Northeastern and North Carolina Wilmington. We have St. Francis of New York taking on Sacred Heart. Then we got St. Francis of Pennsylvania taking on Wagner. Illinois is Chicago. The Flames taking on Detroit U. We have William and Mary and Elion. We have Wisconsin Green Bay and Youngstown State. We have Wisconsin Milwaukee and Robert Morris. We have Bellarmine versus Statston. We got Georgia Southern taking on Louisiana Monroe. We have Jacksonville State taking on Kennesaw State. We have Rice versus Louisiana Tech. We have Ball State taking on Northern Illinois. We have Florida International taking on University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners. Then we have Georgia State taking on Louisiana Lafayette. Then we have Loyola Chicago and Southern Illinois. We have New Orleans University taking on Houston Baptist. We have North Dakota State taking on South Dakota. And we have North Dakota taking on South Dakota State. We have North Texas and Southern Mississippi. We have Oral Roberts taking on Nebraska Omaha. We have Texas State taking on University of Texas Arlington. We have Troy taking on South Alabama. We have Utah Valley and Chicago State. We have Weber State in Northern Colorado. Belmont and Austin Pay. We got Incarnate Word in Northwestern State. We got Nicholls State and McNeese State. Tennessee State and South Illinois University of Edwardsville against Tennessee State. We have Cal State Fullerton at UC Davis. We have Cal Berkeley taking on UCLA. We have East Carolina taking on Memphis. We have Eastern Illinois and Tennessee Martin. Eastern Washington and Montana State. Florida Atlantic and uh, Texas El Paso. Idaho and Montana. Morehead State and Southeast Missouri State. Purdue taking on Iowa. Texas A&M Corpus Christi versus Southeast Louisiana. We have UAB taking on Western Kentucky. We have UMCK, Kansas City, University of Missouri, Kansas City taking on Denver University. We have Cal Poly Slow taking on UC San Diego. We have Cal State Bakersfield taking on Cal Irvine, UC Irvine. We have Idaho State taking on Sacramento State. Long Beach State taking on Cal Riverside. We have Pacific taking on Portland University. We have Southern Utah taking on Portland State. St. Mary's of California taking on San Francisco. Pepperdine in San Diego. BYU in Santa Clara. Colorado and Washington. Loyola Marymount in Gonzaga. And Stanford in USC. Yeah, Stanford and USC here. And then we got the last game is Cal State Northridge taking on Hawaii. That is a late game here, starting about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Hawaii time. So those are definitely your games. Let's go back up here, give you a score update. All right, Florida Gulf Coast has taken the lead over Eastern Kentucky 53-52 with 10:09 to go in the second half. And with 11:59 to go, Wisconsin leads 55-37. So we got an 18-point advantage here. So Nebraska is losing by 18 at home. So those of you that backed Wisconsin right now, your Wisconsin bettors are looking really good right now. Especially if you did the money line. Oh, over under, we got 92 points here. So definitely is probably going to go over the 130, 32 and a half, 30, 35 and a half, I think so. Unless there's a big scoring drought here. And Eastern Kentucky has scored now. So it's 54-53. Definitely a back and forth game here. We got 107 points team total right now with 9:43 to go here. NBA tonight, we only have 2 games tonight in the NBA here. We have the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers and the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. So, yeah, the Lakers right now are plus 5.5 right now. The Sixers are favored by minus 5.5. Lakers are on the money line here over here is plus 185, and the over under is 215.5. So the over under's gone down a bit. It started off at 217, so now it's gone down. And then the Warriors and Timberwolves, it's minus 6.5. It's kind of stayed there. Timberwolves are plus 210, and the over under is 229. So it's gone down a half a point. So not really too much movement going on in these line movements going on in the NBA. I always thought I'd take the over here, so could have waited and got a better number for the Lakers, and it's 215.5. It's more doable here. You get 216 here, and then you get a flat 229 instead of 29.5, where you got to score 230. But shit, the Warriors can score 130, and the Timberwolves can score 100 at least. I mean, we're talking could happen here, but I mean, will it happen? I don't know. I'm not somebody that caps the games. I kind of just look at what the game gets capped at on, and then I just kind of try to decipher whether I like that number or I don't like the number, and then just kind of go from there. I mean, because everybody can use algorithms and numbers and everything to tell you and give you the most perfect analysis they can. But still, there still comes down to the outcome. And sometimes the outcome doesn't equal what get sput out on paper or the analytics say and stuff of that nature. So I'm still trying to go on gut and what I think. If I was betting tonight here, I definitely would take the Lakers, and I would definitely take the over here. Definitely take the over. I mean, 76ers to win by 5.5, maybe. I mean, that may be the case. I mean, but I don't know. With AD back for the Lakers, I think that helps the Lakers a lot. Gives helps LeBron out a little bit. Given and that way takes the pressure off just LeBron and Westbrook having to do a lot of things. And maybe Westbrook could just be himself a little bit and just kind of just you know turn to Russell Westbrook last year, who was actually having a really good year last year, and now this year he's kind of having a really down year here. But it's to be expected because he's basically on a new team, trying to learn a new system, playing with LeBron and all them, and then dealing with all the things that's going on now. It's really difficult, but still, I mean, for me, I lean Lakers here, but I don't hate that if anybody wants to back the 76ers at home. They have been red hot. Joel Embiid has been as of late. So, and then in this Warriors, I don't know, 7.5. Can the Warriors win by 7 points tonight against the Timberwolves? I don't know. I think with Timberwolves having the guys they have, and I just why I like the shootout total. I mean, I think that's just. I mean, T Wolves. I mean, the wild Kenny wants to go Timberwolves just to say, hey man, I think Timberwolves can somehow pull it out here. It can be a close game here. There's no Draymond really, but they are playing a little bit better defense, but they put up 130 points the other night. So, and that wasn't even having Curry going like crazy off either. So imagine if Curry just goes off tonight and everybody else, has just a good night or whatever. So I mean, hey, and maybe the Timberwolves too. There's not you know game of runs. So that's where I would be leaning or hedging my bet there. Let's go to the NFL here. Still 7 points is the spread here for the Chiefs. Plus 275 here on the Bengals. So a lot of people, like at Bengals here. Bengals could have it. And then we have the over under 54.5 and the hooky. And a nice little hook. So not bad, not too bad of a number. Then we got Niners and Rams. Got Niners and Rams here. About three and a half there. Niners are plus 155 on the money line. And we got 45.5 now. So it went from 46.5 when I seen it first start after the game. And it got announced. And now it's 45 now. So now it's 40. Can we get this down to maybe 43? You know, I mean that's the number I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 43 number, maybe 42. Now, if we can get it as low as 41, that would be. And Kansas City and the Bengals, I don't know, 54.5. I think that's. I mean, most of the time these numbers are pretty kind of on par for how the games have kind of gone. So, we'll definitely see about that one here. NHL tonight here. Let's see what we have on the ice tonight here. We have the Ducks of Anaheim taking on the Canadiens. We have Carolina Hurricanes taking on Ottawa Senators. We have the Los Angeles Kings taking on the New York Islanders. We have the New Jersey Devils taking on Tampa Bay Lightning here. So we have the New York Rangers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Seattle Kraken and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers. You got the Calgary Flames and the St. Louis Blues. The Vancouver Canucks and the Winnipeg Jets. the Nashville Predators and the Edmonton Oilers. So those are your games there. Looks like it got a pretty jam-packed slate going on there. So I'm gonna tell you why I basically didn't bet any NBA today. I basically just bet it college basketball. I started out with the Lola Chicago -5 on the point spread. I don't know. I just felt really good about that here. Felt good about that play. Definitely put that as my top play here. The over 145.5 in the Belmont Austin Pay. I think, Belmont's a team that they score pretty good, and maybe Austin Pay, could play a little bit better as well. Uh, University of Missouri, Kansas City. I mean, I took the point spread. Thanks to my man, Better Media, man. His name's Ben, man. He's good dude, man. So I'm gonna be watching his stream today here. I'm gonna be going in there with all the rest of the guys talking. I tell them on that play here. He got him to pick him. I got him to -1.5. So they got to win by 2. I'm not mad about that. I think hey, it's doable. It's definitely doable here tonight. I feel that. And the over 122.5 in Cal Bakersfield and Cal Irvine. I just feel like both these teams, they play low scoring, but they can cover the over here. And then I took the under 138 in the Pacific Tigers and the Portland University here. So I just think both teams they kind of score a little bit less, but who knows? I just feel like it's going to be an under game there. Uh, North Carolina Asheville. I heard they're Cashville, and shout out to Free Picks Dogs. Them for they always talked about NC Asheville, so I thought tonight maybe I'll go on Cashville for once on the spread here, -1.5 on the spread. And I had Stetson plus the 4 points here. And then I took Tennessee State money line. So basically that's the plays, and that's what I'm on today here. And I know there wasn't too much NBA talk, and I just wanted to get my plays out there, who I liked, and so hopefully I get some winners tonight here. If not, we'll be back tomorrow. Back Friday, we'll definitely hit it hard here, and then on the weekend on Saturday, definitely for our and then Sunday, we might be not streaming early, but we'll be streaming later here. And then I have a special guest. I have my sister, who me and her always do a lot of betting together. So definitely happy for her to coming back home. And well, hopefully you guys can go back, rewind the picks, and see who I picked. Go through the games. Maybe you want somebody, you might like somebody on the lines. Some lines are good, some lines are bad, but that's who I took. So take care of yourselves, and stay blessed, and hopefully we all win some money and enjoy some good sports tonight. So, further ado, this is Funky Fresh Sports Picks, Plays, and Parlays, and I'm out.